Dear students, good morning to one and all. So, in my last class, I have already discussed this chapter, easily confused words. So, I have completed half of the portion. So, today I shall continue with the rest. So, easily confused words I have discussed till this much, this bow and this bow. So, let's start from here today. So, the next word is break and break. BRAKE, and this one is BREAK, break. So this break means the brake of a vehicle. Means see here there are two meanings. In the noun form it is a device for stopping a vehicle, and in the verb it is to stop a vehicle. Suppose you are riding a bicycle and you are putting a brake, means you are doing the action. So here this brake means to stop a vehicle, and the brake that is there in the vehicle, that brake is a noun. So that one means a device for stopping a vehicle. It is a device for stopping a vehicle. It is used both as a noun and a verb. So the next one is brake. This brake means the break that you get during the classes, such as a break is given, of tiffin break is given, so that you can refresh yourself. So this break is this one. Break means to break from anything, to take a refreshment. So this break is this one. It is a verb, means to separate into pieces. Another one is pause. To separate into pieces means if you break a glass, in this case also this break is the meaning. This break is used, this spelling BREAK. And another meaning of the break is a pause, that you get that tiffin in the during the tiffin period, that when we say as tiffin break, this break also is of this meaning, that break. And another break is to, if you break a glass, so here also this break is used. See, break is it is a verb, means to separate into pieces. Another one is a pause. So let's go to next page, page number 136. There are many others. See here, choose, CHOOSE, choose means it is a verb to select, and this choose means it is a past tense of choose. This choose is a past tense of choose, CHOOSE. This choose means to select. Next one is course and another is course. The pronunciations are same, which I have already told, that the pronunciations and the pronunciations will be quite similar, and the spellings are also quite similar, but the difference will be in meaning. See, course here, this course means rough. Suppose if I say the road is rough, means it is not in a smooth manner. This course is the meaning, it is an adjective. And the other is course. Course means a direction or the subject, the school subject that you get. We say no, the what is the course of this subject. Here also this course is used. This is a spelling. And another is the part of a meal. There are three meanings for this spelling. One is a direction, another is a school subject, and the other is part of a meal. Both this is a noun and this one is an adjective. So next one is complement. This complement, here also another complement, only the difference is in a single letter. Here E and here is I. So this complement to add something so as to improve. If you add anything to any addition or anything, this one is a complement, means to add, means addition. This is a verb to add to so as to improve something. And this complement is, means if someone praises you, if anyone says you are a very good boy, or you are an honest boy, anything, you are looking very beautiful, this, in this case, this complement is used. This spelling complement means to praise, and other is an admiring remark, means a loving remark. Next one is desert. This one is also desert. This one is single S. Desert means, I think all of you know, it is a dry land. And the other meaning is to abandon something. Abandon means to leave. To leave, or another is a dry land. There are many examples such as the third desert, which is in Rajasthan. There are many other examples of deserts. So desert means a dry land where you can find only sand, and the other meaning is to abandon something. Abandon means to leave someone. Next one is desert. Desert is a meal. It is a sweet. The taste of desert is sweet. The sweet course of a meal. It is both the words are nouns. So next one is disinterested. Disinterested, it is an adjective and it means impartial, means fair, means you are neutral. You are not either in this part or not in that part. You are very impartial. You are fair. So the next one is uninterested. Uninterested means you are not interested. It is also an adjective. Don't get confused between these two. This disinterested means you are impartial, means you are neutral, means you are non-biased. And here this uninterested means you are not interested. So the next one is envelope. Envelope means to cover or surround something. So this envelope means to cover or surround something. It is a verb, and this envelope where e is added, it is a paper container for a letter. When you post anything in the post office, what do? We post it in a, put the letter in a paper container, and that one is known as an envelope. So, and this envelope means to cover something or surround something. It is a verb and it is a noun. Next one is loose. Loose means to open, to unfasten it, or to set something free. And this loose means you are unable to find something, means you have lost something. L-O-S-E. One is to be deprived of and the other is to be unable to find. And L-O-O-S-E means to set something free, means to open something. You are losing something. This, in this case, this lose, L-O-O-S-E. And here this L-O-S-E means you have lost something and you are unable to find it. L-O-S-E. See here there is a meaning. So the next one is pole, P-O-L-E, pole. Pole means a long slender piece of wood. Noun. It is a noun. It is a long and a slender piece of wood. And this poll means in the voting in an election. Means election poll, we said the word like this. It is a noun, means the voting that we give in an election. Next one is pour, P-O-U-R, pour. It is a verb, means to flow or cause to flow. Suppose you pour water in a glass, means what you are pouring means it is flowing. So this one is this word, P-O-U-R, to flow or cause to flow. Next one is pore, P-O-R-E, pore. Pore means a hole, a tiny opening, and that is to study something closely. It is a noun. One is a tiny opening and the other is to study something closely. So the next one is practice. There are two practice. One is C and another one is S. See, this practice means the use of an idea or method. The other is the work or business of a doctor, dentist, etc. Suppose you say he is practicing medicine, means he is a doctor, means there the work that means that we say the what they are doing or the business that they are doing. In this case, this practice is used, and the other is to use of an idea or method. And here this practice means SE, it is a verb, the action that you do. A verb means to do something repeatedly to gain something. Suppose you say you are practicing maths regularly so that you can become better in maths. So this practice means we are doing the action, performing an action. If you are performing action, then the practice spelling changes. It becomes S. And this, if it is C, then it is a noun. So practice means to do something repeatedly to gain skill, and the other is to do something regularly. Next is principal. Principal means the head of a school. See here, the head of a school, and the other is most important, means main. It is used both as an adjective and a noun. In the noun, it means the head of a school, and if it is an adjective, it means most important. Next is principle. Principle means the rule or belief, means any belief or any fundamental rule. It is a noun. that this both the spellings are different and the meanings are also different. So don't get confused with these two. All the confused words, all the words that you are getting, this is a little confusing, but once you learn the meaning properly, you will get to understand it. Next is sight, S-I-G-H-T, sight. Sight means to able to see. If I am able to, if I say that you have a very good eyesight, means you can see everything very properly, means the ability to see. And this site means a location, a place. S-I-T is both are nouns. Next is stationary. Stationary means one which is not moving. See, not moving, it is an adjective, means the sun is stationary. Sun remains at the same place, so it is not moving. So here this A is used, stationary, A, N-A-R-Y. And here stationary means any writing materials. It is a noun. Stationary, both the meanings are different. See, only the difference is in the letters and the single letter, and this makes a huge difference. This stationary means not moving, and this one is any writing materials, any writing things. Next is story. S-T-O-R-E-Y, story. Story means the level of a building. We say no, it is 3-storied building, it is a 4-storied building, means the level of a building, S-T-O-R-E-Y. And this story means a tale or any account. A story means you have read many stories, no, in your childhood, or your parents may tell you many stories. In this case, this story, S-T-O-R-Y, story, and both the words are nouns. Next is you are. You are is the short form of you are. You are. And year, this one is year. Year is, it is an adjective, means belonging to the person or people that the speaker is addressing. If I say it is your book, means I am telling that this book is yours, means the book belongs to you. In this case, this year is used. So belonging to the person or people that the speaker is addressing. This you are, it is the short form of you are. A is not used here. See, in place of A, apostrophe is used. So I have explained both the pages of this chapter. One is of 136 and the next 135, and the next page is 136. And from these two pages you have to learn the confused words which I have given tick mark. You will find it. One is this one, accept and accept. Next is advice, advice. Effect, effect. Allowed, allowed. Already, already. Beside, besides. Break, break. There are total 15 words which I have given, and you have to learn this. Choose and choose. Desert, desert. Lose, lose. Practice, practice. Principle, principle. Side, side. Story, story. And you are, your. There are total 15 confused words that I have given, and you have to learn this. And these exercises I have already given you. I have already solved this page and you have completed it, 137. You have to learn this exercise also along with the 15 confused words that I have given, that I have given a tick mark. You have to learn this. So the chapter is complete. So if the exercises, there are total 15 confused words, and there is an exercise which I have already given you. So you learn all these things, and so the chapter ends here. Thank you.